Welcome back all, Ostentatious here with part 12 of the latest Permadeath run that I'm doing. So we're just still trying to get this S-class freighter in this this stream here, so could be the next reload, could be another 10, 20 or a couple of hours, who knows, but I'm not going to stop until we get this, so let's crack on. Just going to quickly do a sound check. Yeah, all good. Right. Any issues, then just let me know in the chat. Okay, so let's do it. Well, that's a bit odd. Yeah, if these sort of get stuck in the ship, if you sort of move away from the ship, they do tend to try and follow you. So sometimes, and hopefully, this one looks stuck. There it is. Right, so that's the first reload. I'm going to count in this stream now. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. It's taking roughly, I'm just each one of these, and so far, roughly on average, it's about 1 minute 15 seconds from start to finish for each one of these. Number 7. Yeah, so it probably works out that each hour you'll, I mean, let's just put it at, say, instead of 1 minute 15, 1 minute 25, or what? Let's do 1.3. It'll be kind of between 40 and 50 reloads per hour you can do, roughly. Which means that I did a 3-hour stream yesterday. 20 minutes of that was kind of the weekend mission, then plus maybe 15 minutes at the end. So I probably did over 100 reloads yesterday. I'm not sure because I didn't count them, but we're going to count them today. It's crazy. It's crazy considering that I've seen quite a large number of A classes as well, which most normal people would obviously want to pick up, but I do want to get the S class. So this is number 8. And strangely, I think they've all been B classes so far. 1 A class, all the rest B. Come on. See, so this is number 9. Numero 9. Another C. So this is number 10. Number 11. Just getting myself a bit more comfortable. Already it's looking like it's going to be another long haul. So it doesn't matter if you shoot the support ships. I've got a droid after me now, but the actual freighter, once I've shot the main pirates, it will still be open. But if you shoot the pods on the freighter, or you shoot any of the freighter's guns, you'll need to reload a save because it will shut down. But as you'll see here, so you can still get in if you accidentally hit one of these supporting ships and frigates. So this is number 12. Number 13. Number 14. Number 15, that was an A34, that one. So that's the first A34 that we've seen. Number 16. Number 17, that was another A34. So we've had one A34, then an A33, and then another A34. What's the bet this one drops all the way down to a C? There we go, all the way back down to a C. So this is number 18. I swear it does it in cycles, this. So let's see. So would this be a C or a B? Let's just go with the theory that it's working in cycles. It's cycling through classes. So it's staying at C. So then we might get another one at C, or this might go up to B, the next one. And then what we want is for it to go from B to S as opposed to B to A. Controller's just lost its wireless connection. There we go, I'm back. Staying on C. See, now will it go up to B now? Or does it, would it, if it jumps straight from like a C maybe to an A, then there's no theory there, but I mean it does seem to be happening that way. So I think that was number 20, wasn't it? Staying on C. Number 21. So that's a problem. So now, as you'll see, because I've shot that, it won't let me in. Let me just try and see if I can kill the pirate. No, it screws you. 22. So we're now looking like we're in the B class cycle. Now the question is, will it go from B to S or B to A? Who knows? A. Right. $23. $24. I'm not enjoying this, by the way, one bit. This is fucking frustrating. Just makes me wonder if I'd have left this freighter alone and basically just gone after one that I found in that save as opposed to coming back to a previous discovery, if it would have made any difference, sort of thing. This is easily, so far, already where we're at now. I've never ever taken this long to get an S-class freighter. This is all new ground to me. It's ridiculous. It's going to feel like more of a relief when it eventually appears as opposed to freaking joy. I can tell you that. $25. Quarter of a century in. On the second run. Bosh! Bosh, 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 bosh! Get in! Get in! Woohoo! That is a freaking relief. Relief. Bloody finally. Finally, 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 finally. Yep, thumbs up. Thank you very much. Mind blown. And yeah, let's have a little dance. Let's just take this in. Let's just take it all in. There we go. Bosh. Right, that is done. So let's just get this saved before the game crashes. Oh, there's a little Tyressa there. Fucking hell. That took forever. Sorry about that. If I got a little bit loud there, but boy, I'll tell you what, that is not an overjoyed reaction there. That is a relief reaction that I've not got to do this again for a very long time. Right, now please, after all that effort, make this 181. Come on. Please. Oh, bugger. 180.6. Damn it. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it. But there she is, in all her glory. The CS3 Tanagar. As big as you can possibly get that without the bridge. And that is an absolute beauty of a freighter. I don't care what anyone says, that is one of the best looking freighters out there. It's really, really, really nice, that is. Right, yeah. Let's exchange this. Right, exchange 170, yes please. Finally. So I'm just trying to see if I can adjacency glitch here. Really struggling here. Right, I'm going to make a little bit of a start on the base. So I am going to pretty much be winging this. So do bear with me. I'm sure I've seen people place this here. Oh, I'm out of silver. That is odd. Need to go and get some more silver. So basically what I'm going to be doing is, I think, over here, this is going to be my command room. So we're going to basically build a little mini sort of war room here, if you like a where all the fleet control rooms are going to be. And I'm going to make that all nice and fancy and stuff. Then I'm going to have up here is going to lead to my first floor, which I'm going to sort of build a little room here, and then I'm going to build a stairs going up this way, and I'm going to build a room over this here, and this is going to be where my glass frontage is going to be. So it basically looks over this, so you get that view here, like 360 degrees round here. Because I've got a spoiler there now instead of a raised bridge, you can sort of see behind now, and I'm not too fussed about getting it high to sort of see the bridge, if that makes sense. So this is going to be sort of my control room in here. I'm going to try and make it really detailed, but I want to try and keep it relatively small so that people can visit it, because all my previous bases, where they've been like so detailed, people just haven't been able to visit it, which is a bit unfortunate. So colour wise, let's think about this. So the freighter's grey and white, isn't it? I guess it would make sense to keep it as it is, but let me just see if I'm preferring black again. Yeah, I do like the black finish on a freighter. I'll tell you what, let me see. Right, so first of all, am I going to get the glitch that happens here? So if you change the colour here, yeah, it glitches a bit. Can you see that? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it's a lot more, it's a lot worse than other times, if that makes sense. So what about a black and grey sort of check look? So that is definitely a darker grey, isn't it? I might put some panels up over this. Right, I'm just going to go and get some more silver. Whenever you need a resource, it's never there, is it? But then when you don't need it, it's just everywhere. So let's just install some tech then first. Oh, let me just go back. The ships are starting to come in now. look like a vector wing of some sort. No, it's a turquoise and yellow Starscream Shockwave Longnose. Quite a nice ship that actually. Controller's just lost its wireless connection, so just bear with me a moment. There we go. Right, come on. No. It's lost its connection again. Sorry about this. I'm after silver. That's what I need. What's that? A barrel nose. That was why I didn't have any silver, wasn't it? Because I deleted all the storage. Got loads of silver. Yeah, I think I'm actually quite liking this dark grey as opposed to this light light grey. There is a difference. There's definitely a difference there. Right, so I've just got to have a quick think about this. So I'm going to make this my entrance. Now, how big do I want this room? Right, so that's going to be one room. Gosh. There we go. So you can do it. You can do it. I'm terrible. There she is. Hi Sparsh, this is indeed No Man's Sky, yes. I'm just building on a freighter at the moment. Sorry about this. I'm just I'm winging it as I go along at the moment, so I'm just trying to think of an idea in my head as to what I want. But I will get there because I always do. But I can take a little bit of time just getting the sort of base structure sorted out. So this is where I'm going to be putting some windows. But in saying that, the problem I have is I can only go out one from here to look at the bridge. So yeah, because you can't build basically past here. This line here, anything you try and build over the top of this screws it all up essentially. See, that's a problem. I need more space than that. Well, I'll tell you what, this could be the lounge. So this section here is going to be like a little lounge. So then what I need to do is go up one more. So we'll do it. We'll go this way. And this way. And then we'll go. We'll go 1 deep. 1 deep. Right, so this would be my big room. We're going to have all sorts of shenanigans going on. Then down here, so teleporter there and a teleporter there. Right, now I'm out of silver. that bloody gap. All for a fucking computer screen. I don't care though. It needs to be right. God damn it. Right, I'm just going to leave that for a minute because I'm getting a little bit annoyed. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to be placing a portal here and a portal here once I've got build restrictions lifted. So I'll just wire glitch, blender glitch, banjo glitch a portal here, and then I'm going to have another portal here and another one here. So basically I've just got, this is my area of travel, and I'm going to build a little lobby area, just a little sort of welcome entrance here. This is going to be where my fleet command is, because I don't want this basically upstairs, because every time I essentially come onto the freighter I'm going to be wanting to send ships out and collect stuff, so I want this as close to the entrance as possible. So this is going to be my fleet area, so I'm going to be building command rooms all around here with a little sort of operation center in the middle here. I'll probably build the operation center in the middle and along this edge here, like computer screens and stuff. I'm gonna maybe keep this bit here, maybe not. I do like the sort of lighty walls though, they look quite good. I might need to move this one a bit further along, and then I'm going to do the same with this bit here, so it's all symmetrical essentially. But yeah, I've got quite a bit to do, but I'm not going to bother with any of that for the moment, because A, I've run out of silver, so I need to get some silver, and B, I think I'm going to crack on with a few story missions now, because now I've pretty much got everything. You know, I've got the S-class freighter, I've got the tools, I need to get a different ship. In fact, what I'm going to do is, no, I haven't got enough nanites yet. I was going to say I might upgrade that ship. I've already got the hauler. So I've got 6 of these, so perhaps what I'll do is I'll do a couple of derelict freighters, and start building the inventory out on this freighter as well. I do love this freighter. Yeah, so start building the inventory out. I need to get the tech all sorted. So what have we got here? Antimatter. So let's see if I can make enough of that. Yep. And then I need to unlock some more tech, don't I? So let's just see what the crack is. Right, so I've got to start unlocking all of this here. So that's a pirate job. And I've got to start building my frigate fleet. So I've got quite a bit to do to keep me busy, so let's go and crack on. Okay, first thing I'll do is scrap this ship here. Right, scrap this. Sparsh says your graphics are looking quite different from mine. That's more cool. Yeah, I'm not. This particular PC I'm playing on at the moment is not running any new hardware. It's quite well compared to the stuff that's out in this market this year. It's very low end. I'm running two 980s, two GTX 980s in SLI on this system here. But it's a very powerful CPU that I've got, and I've got 32 gigs of RAM. I've got an extremely high-end motherboard. It's a Rampage 5 Extreme. It's like a £400 motherboard back in the day. Yeah, the system that I'm playing on in kind of 2016, 2015, it was all the top-end stuff you could get, like literally. It was it cost me thousands, this computer. See if there's silver here. I can't remember if there was. But yeah, compared to the stuff that's out these days, I mean, it's nothing. It's nowhere near as powerful as the cards. Welcome to the stream, Night Sparrow. You've kept putting off getting an S capital ship. Finally found one recently, similar to yours. Took over 60 reloads. Tell you what, after this escapade for the last 2 days, I would have taken 60 reloads any day of the week. I reckon I've just done probably 25 plus. I've probably just done about 150 reloads for this. 2.5 hours of streaming yesterday and 25 reloads today. So it took me a long time. Flying Brian, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, mate. Finally got the S-Class. She's S-Class. Not 181 light year range, base light year range, but 180.6. I'll take it. So I got it. OMG. Yeah, exactly. OM bloody G. Oh, it's never taken me that long, ever. But I was determined. I was already halfway into it, so once you're committed, that's it for me. Once you've said, right, I'm going to get it, you've got to get it. So I've just started basically laying out foundations on that freighter for a base, which I'll sort of do bits and bobs of here and there when I'm on it and stuff. I've run out of silver, so I need to get some silver. Need to unlock some more base parts and stuff, but thing is, when I take build restrictions off, so that I can build some windows on the freighter, that basically gives me all the building parts as well. So I'm gonna try and just sort of stick to the things that I've already unlocked and not cheat, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna exploit too much. I'm not using the building restrictions for anything other than to do some glitching with some certain parts and add windows, so it's not going to give me any sort of advantage whatsoever. It's all going to be purely for aesthetics. I caught just the end of your stream yesterday. Have to watch the entire stream. Yeah, it's one of them streams that's just very repetitive, quite boring. I did like the weekend mission at the start, and then at the very end of the stream, sort of the last 10-15 minutes, I did a quick tour of one of my other freighter bases, not the one that I've shown recently, a different one. But outside of the start and the finish, it was literally just reload after reload after reload, constantly. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what the technology modules is on this one, because it's quite an interesting freighter. So if it's S-class, it would be ideal. If not, I'm going to redo this run to grab the cargo bulkhead, because it's a pretty easy run. I won't obviously collect everything on the second run. I'll just run straight to the room. That thing I just got there is what you needed in the expeditions, the nightmare thing, wasn't it? That's it, terrifying sample. That's what everyone was moaning about, wasn't it? You get quite a few of them though doing derelict freighter runs. They're not like super rare. Oh, there's apparently an invisible wall there. I don't think I've ever seen so many lockers on a freighter before. So many. Is it considered cheating if you find a derelict freighter that drops just S-class modules? No. Finding a S-class derelict freighter is extremely difficult. They're very rare. It's taken me before, like, probably about 5 or 6 hours minimum of just constantly sort of jumping systems to find one. They're really rare. I mean, they're not something that you stumble across quite often. So once you find one, definitely keep going back there and reloading a save, and well, not reloading a save, but keep doing the run so you can stock up. But you know, there are freighters out there that have been found that have got sort of the 250 light year range and stuff. I'm not overly fussed about that. Like, I don't go to other people's locations, so I do want to find my own stuff. And I think that if you find your own stuff, it's okay to, on a new playthrough, teleport to that location, as long as it's your find. And I have got a few derelict S-class freighters that I've found before. One with a 248 and a 249 light year range. So if I don't end up finding one, I'll probably just go to one of my previous finds. But I like to try and find them because I'm just seeing if I can find the dead end room. I don't think there is one in here. Oh, there it is there. I've been in there. It'll be good to try and find one because yeah, I've been in there. As I said, they're very rare, and you may get lucky and get a 250 light year one, and I can probably count on one hand how many of those have been documented. Like, they're super rare, really rare. I mean, I've never seen a 250 light year S-class, and I've probably found, I mean, I don't like search for them like I do with ships and tools and stuff, but I've probably found maybe 6 or 7 S-class freighters. Some of them just absolute crap in terms of the hyperdrive range and stuff, but some have been good. So I'll see what this is first. C-class. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to do a quick rerun and just go straight to the technology module, the cargo bulkhead at the end. So I'm just going to basically speed run it, and it shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes, because that was very straightforward. So, like, if that was an S-class, for instance, like I've just found, just pretend that's an S-class I've just found. To keep doing reruns of that, all you do is pulse away from it, because you won't be able to activate the this thing won't work if you don't pulse away. Now, if I try, see how my inventory here is currently full. If I try and use this now, it won't. It will say receiver is temporarily jammed. Yeah. So if ever you're sitting there scratching your head thinking, what the hell am I doing wrong? If you've got a full inventory, and then you try and use a broadcaster in that inventory, you won't be able to use it. So what you need to do is literally just free up one space, and now you can use it. Because what it does is it goes into a different mode. So it goes from just sort of idle to now, in brackets, it's active. So it needs 2, when you activate one, it needs 2 slots. So then you obviously just do the same thing again in the same system. And then it will appear again. And what you can do is, if that was an S-class freighter that I found, it wasn't, it's a C, but I'm saying if it was an S-class, you just keep doing this, rinse repeating in the same system, and it will give you, every single time, it will give you S-class upgrade modules, because the freighters, the class of the freighter is fixed, so the reward you get at the end is locked to the specific galaxy and system. And what you'll also find is, I'm pretty sure that the glyphs of this system here, so we're in Eissentam, but if you was to type in the glyphs for this system in a different galaxy, that would still give you an S-class derelict freighter with the same glyphs. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain, like 99% sure, that it doesn't matter what glyphs, sorry, what galaxy you're in. The glyphs is what the glyphs is the thing that locks the class of a derelict freighter. So once a system's found, no matter what galaxy you're in, those glyphs will be valid in every galaxy, and you'll always get that S-class freighter. The only thing that differs is at the end, when you choose the technology module, you can obviously get one of about 5 or 6 different S-class modules, and the stats, the only thing that stays the same is the stats. So if you basically get an S-class derelict freighter module and it gives a 240 light year hyperdrive upgrade, it will always be a 240 light year hyperdrive upgrade module. So the stats stay exactly the same every time you do a rerun. They don't change. Just the modules change. Like this run, I might get a hyperdrive module. In the next run, I might get a fleet module. Like you might get a different module, but the stats are always the same. So that's why you just rinse repeat if you find a good one. Right, so I'm going to jump to another system now. And I'm going to do a couple of see what planets we've got and do a couple of what do you call it, main missions as well, knock a few of those out. Yeah, it took ages to get 6 hyperdrive modules. Yeah, it can do. I mean, you can get lucky and sort of get one on every other run. But if you was to probably average out how long it takes, it's probably easy over an hour to try and get a full set, like 3 technology and 3 in the inventory in terms of the hyperdrive upgrades. That's the same for all of them. Like if you actually want to get like absolutely all the different fleet command modules that you can for the freighter, it will take you hours. Like it will take you a long time. But to be honest, most of them are sort of irrelevant. Like they don't really work. So the only ones that I really bother with are the fuel and the hyperdrive. That's it. I don't really waste time on the other ones. Sell some modules. Quite a nice ship, if you like snow speeders. Yellow and white. Ozimoto, welcome to the stream, good afternoon. It's quite a good system of fighters, this actually. Blue and green barrel nose, star jumper wings. Right, let's just quickly see what planets we've got, and then I'm going to fly back in and look at what we need to do for one of the main missions that we're on. That looks quite tropically. Yeah, that's a tropical, but we can tell that's not white grass. It's a frozen bit. It's another quagmire. Phaseum. No, we don't want that. Right, let me just quickly see what the colour of the frigates are here. I must be stupid because the speed modules don't make sense if new missions only pop up every 24 hours unless I'm missing something as per usual. So they don't work, the speed modules. They haven't worked since they were introduced. There's quite a few of them. There's only about 3 that actually have any effect whatsoever. The others are all bugged. So as far as I'm aware, the speed modules still are bugged. They don't work. And this is kind of why I leave most of the things, because half of them don't work. They look like they're red. Yeah, we don't want them. Right, let's quickly see what the mission is. News. So it's asking me to return to my base. Now, why is it doing that? Let's have a look, shall we? Reach your base, return to the previous base, or use a base computer to build a new base anywhere existing bases are not removed by creating a new base. Right. Okay. Well, let's go and do this one instead then. Because I'm not going to go to an older base in a different galaxy just to recruit a person at the moment. I want to try and find a planet to build a base on in Eissentam. I know what I'm going to build. It's going to be a Japanese themed building. And just in case anyone's wondering, we managed to get the S-class freighter, so that's all sorted now. And here she is. And there. 180.6, so it would have been ideal if it was a 181. But yeah, that took over 150 reloads there, which is ridiculous. I think it worked out so it took on average it was 1.15 minutes, so 1 minute and 15 seconds. So let's even make that 1 minute 30. So every 60 divided by 1.3, so that's 46 reloads per hour. And then my stream yesterday was 3 hours. Take 35 minutes off of that for the start and the finish, the weekend mission, and the freighter showing. So times that by 2. Plus 25. Plus 23. 140 reloads to get that bloody S-class freighter. Roughly 140 reloads. Absolutely ridiculous. It's never taken me that long. Right, let's do another derelict freighter while I'm here. Actually, no, I won't, because this is a poor economy. So I'll quickly do a system jump. Come on. There's got to be a rich one round here somewhere. That'll do. Took me longer on PS4 Pro to reload over 60 times. Longer reload time, I guess. I need to buy a computer. So comfy though, so stretch out on the sofa and play. So comfy though to stretch out on the sofa and play. Yeah, definitely. I'm playing on so I'm playing on PC at the moment, but I'm streaming on a instead of a monitor, I'm streaming on a really big TV in a big room, and I'm sitting on a sofa myself, but I'm playing on PC. So this room is kind of like a bit of a sort of gamey room, if you like, and I've got a different what do you call it, a sort of micro computer which has got a 1080 in it, in my office, and I've got a laptop which is a 1070. I don't think they're as powerful as like the desktop 1070s, but it's still good. The only issue that I have with gaming laptops is they're so fucking loud. Like I've had 2 or 3. I've even had an Alienware back in the day, like the old Dell ones. But they're all, doesn't matter what they say, they're all loud. I've never ever had. I mean, you can obviously get one that's sort of mid-range, and you know, lower powered card and stuff. That's quite nice. And it obviously won't make as much noise because it isn't, you know, you're not pushing it as much. But these higher end cards, you have to sort of weigh up how much noise you want if you're going to get a gaming laptop, because they are loud. I've had several, as I said, and I've never ever had one that's not loud. It's fine when you're not playing a game, like if you're just doing a bit of work on it, or just, you know, general use of your laptop, dead quiet, like it won't make a single noise. But as soon as you start any game up, even a non-demanding game, the fans just go mental. And I actually sit my laptop as well to try and keep it as cool as I can. I sit it on like this unit, and on that unit I have these silent fans running underneath as well, and it still makes a really loud noise. It's the one that I've got now. If you want to look at specs of the laptop, but it's really good. I got it on a sale. I paid about 650 or 700 quid for it, which for a high-end laptop is pretty damn good. and it's a MSI GP73 Leopard, GTX 1070, and yeah, it does the job. Right, let's go and see what colour this is. It's a grassy starbold. See what colour these frigates are. Not for me. Jalian E, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. I'm just going to drop a link if anyone if anyone's interested at any point, then that link there in the chat, that's my Steam profile. Should come up. That's a link to my Steam profile there. So once this freighter base and all that is built and stuff, then just link me up and stuff. Looks like green grass, doesn't it? It's a nice sky though, and a nice sea. Let's just go and see what the flora is like. See if it's got some good land. My husband is still recovering from my purchase of iPad Pro, the largest one, like to draw. Yeah, they're supposed to be really good for that. I've got the older iPad Pro, a lot smaller than the latest ones. My brother's got the one of the newer ones. For me, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Apple computers. I mean, I don't use them. I never have really. I've tried to use them, but they're just not for me. I'm much more of a Windows person. But when it comes to phones, I've got a Samsung at the moment, a Galaxy S10. I don't like it. It's the second time now I've tried Androids, and every time I've moved from an iPhone to Android, I always have problems. I just find with Android, you've got always, like, there's 2 or 3 different ways of doing something, and not all of those are the best way. And like, even down to just having a calendar, like I need a calendar for work and stuff. And you kind of, everything that you need to do that's sort of essential with a phone on Android, you've got to have like a third party app, rather than it just all being under one roof with Apple. And it's dead simple with Apple. And like, I've sort of given Android 4 or 5 years now run of phones, and I'm definitely going back to Apple after this Android. I'm definitely one of these people that is not an Android, a pro Android person. But when it comes to phones and iPads, I think Apple are absolutely flawless. I think they're great. I've tried a couple of other sort of tablets, if you like, and I just find Apple is, they're the best quality, definitely. Not when it comes to computers, but when it comes to anything that you can hold in your hand, Apple rules. Sorry if that upsets anyone, but they definitely do. Quality and ease of use, top notch. Running into some frame rate issues here. I don't know if you've noticed that. I'm struggling to get over 30 frames at the moment. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on. I'm at the moment struggling to get above 28 frames. So once I've done this derelict freighter, if it carries on, I'm probably going to end the stream, because I'm not going to play at below 30 frames a second. It's just ridiculous. my town in Valheim is so dense with parts now, I'm getting 12p. 12 frames a second. I must admit, I play, actually I don't really play it much anymore, but I've sunk a lot of hours into Cities Skylines. I love that game. It is just, you can just get lost in that for hours and hours and hours and hours. And one city I built in there, it was ginormous, and I was getting about the same, maybe about 10 frames a second. It was huge. I had a few mods running as well. Oh yeah, and that's the thing, if no one's played Cities Skylines, by the way, you're missing out. That is a superb game. It's the best, most realistic sort of building simulator there is. It is just brilliant. I'm not sure if you can get it on console, you probably can, but on PC it is excellent. Really, really good game that is. I've probably racked up about 400 hours in that, 300 hours. A lot. But then, back in the day when I was younger, kind of before secondary school, like, you know, not preschool, but sort of around the time I had my first piece, like proper PC really, I was a big SimCity 2000 fan. I loved that game, and that kind of got me interested in all the building genre and stuff. But my favourite, surprisingly, you know, I play a lot of No Man's Sky, and my favourite game is Witcher 3. Always will be, I think. I don't think anything will ever be even Witcher 4. I mean, the only game that I think will be better than Witcher 3 is if they did Witcher 4. But even then, I'm not sure. But outside of basically The Witcher and this game, my favourite genre is actually horror and survival horror. Like Resident Evil franchise, I'm a big fanboy of that. Played all the games, I've 100% in all the Resident Evil games. Alien Isolation was my game of the year in 2014. Anything like that, I love. Like the next game I'm going to be playing is the new Amnesia game, Rebirth. It's like the third instalment of the Amnesia franchise, so that's definitely going to get cracked on with soon. And I love FPS games. I'm not mad on multiplayer. Like when I was younger, kind of early teens, it was around when the first Modern Warfare came out, and I kind of did my hours online in multiplayer in the early days of Call of Duty, but I'm not a big fan of FPS games that are multiplayer. I much prefer the campaign, and I just really enjoy FPS games that have a good story and stuff, like Doom Eternal, a lot of the Call of Duties, to be fair. Some of the like Prey was another really, really good one that I really enjoyed. I just love FPS games, and that comes from Doom, the original Doom, and Doom 2 in the early 90s. Back in the day when you needed a Voodoo 2 3D FX card to run it. Crazy. But yeah, FPS, horror, and survival horror, they're my favourite genres. Always will be. And then I like open world games that you can get quite lost in. Like I loved Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, even the later Assassin's Creed games I really enjoyed. Far Cry, I really enjoy those games as well. Anything that's got a big open world, I really like. I get 80 FPS out in the wilds. Yeah, that's more like it. I cut my teeth on Team Fortress Classic. I got tired of flag capture and all that way back then. Yeah. I know what you mean on that. In fact, I'll tell a lie. I have recently, in the last 2 years, I racked up about 150 hours on Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone. That was the first time I'd been back to Call of Duty online multiplayer since Modern Warfare 2. And I have to say, I really enjoyed Warzone. And in fact, a few of my friends have recently, literally in the last month, have got back into Warzone and are playing it again, and they say it's really, really good. But I haven't bitten yet. I haven't gone back to it yet, and you know, I'm not going to look to probably get into that, because the next game that I'm going to play, I'm going to treat myself this week to Days Gone, the PlayStation game that came to PC. I'm going to treat myself to that this week, and I'm going to spend a bit of time playing that, because I like the look of that game. And then I've got Amnesia Rebirth to do, all of which I've got to 100% as well, because I achievement hunt, so I try and 100% every one of the games that I play. I've got quite a few as well. If you look at my Steam profile, there's probably about 200 on there. I enjoyed Vampire. I started that last week, and so far I'm quite enjoying it. But I haven't had a chance yet to go back to it. So that's a game that I've just started. I installed that last week and played about the first half an hour. So I will finish that game. I've recently played Control as well. I don't know if you've played that before. Very different game that is. Quite interesting. It's got quite a good story. Not like massively mad on the gameplay, but it's a good game. It's got like a few puzzles in it and stuff like that. The mechanics in it, like the physics, are really, really good. And I've been enjoying that. I've probably done about 30 or 40 hours in that. I enjoyed them actually. Now that I think about it, Duke Nukem 3D was my first multiplayer deathmatch game. Duke Nukem 3D, yeah. Doom was mine, probably just before that. And then I did Quake as well. And then basically after Doom and Quake, I was hooked on GoldenEye 64. And GoldenEye 64 was kind of where a lot of hours went for a very long period of time. Basically bought a Nintendo 64 just for that game. And God, me and my mates, we absolutely caned that. I mean, to the point where the controllers back in the day when you had all the rumble packs and that, the controllers that we used were the D-pads and that were starting to wear away because we had been playing it so much. It was crazy. That was. I loved that game. Absolutely loved that. And the mad thing is that GoldenEye 64. Do you know they only implemented multiplayer? They only decided to release that game with multiplayer 3 weeks before its actual release date. They were never ever due to release. GoldenEye 64 was just going to be a single player campaign game, and literally 3 weeks before its release, they decided to knock up the multiplayer game, the element to it. That's mad. Absolutely mad. If they didn't do that, that game would have flopped, I'm telling you. My first 3D shooter was Wolfenstein 3D. Yeah, that was probably mine as well, to be fair. Yeah, that was out just before the original Doom. And then basically Doom came out, and that was the game changer. Like every single 3D FPS game since Doom has been inspired from Doom. Like Doom is absolutely instrumental in first person shooters, definitely. Like the first proper one that there was. Really long as well, like it took about 25, 26 hours to complete that game, which back then was quite long. It's a lot of games these days don't even sniff that on a campaign. Is there a way to contact you there? Scottish Sparky says, Nintendo 64 GoldenEye, what a classic, we still play that now. That's what I mean. It will that and Mario Kart 64, those two games, I wish, well, I don't really, but I'd love to know how many hours that me and my mates had spent on those two games alone. I reckon it was a year solid, like just constantly playing that. Every bit of spare time when after schools and stuff, like coming up to the weekend, always round one of each other's houses, just playing that game, 2, 3, 4 of us at a time, loving it. And there was always my friend Anthony. He always chose the character Oddjob because he was really small, and it was quite difficult to shoot him. So the little bastard was always running round and just killing everyone because he was using Oddjob. I used to hate that character. And someone was always ended up being that Baron Samadai as well. Yeah, Oddjob was a joke, absolute joke, and you couldn't kill him because we all. I'm not sure if the game came with aim assist or not, but if it did, we didn't use it. We always had it turned off. So like, if you're running and gunning and sort of just running between rooms and stuff, you'd go to shoot him, but you're not used to shooting down. You were always used to trying to headshot and shoot up. So he would appear and you'd shoot, but by then it's too late because he's already got one in you, sort of thing. He used to really wind us up, our mate. He was always that character. It was always like shotgun, Oddjob. And it was always between me and one of my best mates. Like we was always scuffing over who was going to be Bond or 006. Sean Bean's character. And yeah, good times that was. We had some good fun on that. Real good fun. Good memories that is back then. Yeah, GoldenEye is so good. And I haven't played it in years, but I reckon if I went and played it again now, I'd still enjoy it. Definitely still enjoy it. I remember trying to do all the 007 stuff, like to unlock all the like PPs, P90 guns and all of that. Some of it was really hard, like the facility one. You had to do it in a ridiculously low time, and I just remember taking about 100 shots to try and crack it and do it. And then when I finally did it, it was like such a good achievement because hardly anyone had that. Really, really difficult. That is quite a nice looking halter, that. Right, I'm just going to. This is grey is looking like it might be the predominant colour in this system, so I'm just going to very quickly use my ship hunting method just to see what else is in here. And I want to quickly look at the frigates, see what colour they are, so we'll go and do that now because they're here. I'm hoping they're going to be grey. No. I hate it when it does that. Definitely not grey. Right. Just going to quickly see what other ships are in this system. Which I can't do because I haven't got the bloody warp drive. Right, I'm going to have to go to a trade post. Sorry about this. So let's see what the planets are like first. Definitely not. Yeah, I just want to quickly see what other ships are in this system. So because I can't call my freighter in, I'm just going to do it at a trade post. Shouldn't take long, but it does look like one of the primary colours is grey in this system. So I want to see what fighters and other ships appear, because grey is always quite a difficult colour to come by. So if you see a really good ship in grey, definitely keep on to it. If you like grey, that is, which I do. And obviously my my freighter is grey, so I'm going to try and keep my colours to white or grey, or white and grey if I can. If you remove your ship from the trading post, so you land it off of the trading post, it increases the number of ships that land only by one, but it still increases the number of ships, and that one can speed. It does make a difference. It does speed everything up. It's a shame that's an S-class. Orange, white and black. Orange is my jam, obviously. Yeah, I like orange. I've had a save that's sort of an orange and black theme before. Yeah, I did get the S-Class freighter. Here it is. It took me 25 or 26 reloads on this new playthrough today to get it. It was 186, sorry, 180.6 base hyperdrive range out of 181, so a bit of a shame there. But it took me an awful long time to try and get that, so I'm definitely not going to bother reloading or anything with that. There's a shuttle next to me, which looks quite nice, believe it or not. I like these big shuttles. There's that hauler. It's lovely, that hauler. I got that for myself. Oh, oh, oh. Is this grey? Please be grey. Please be grey. Don't be shit. Don't be shit. Oh, it's terrible. Absolutely disgusting. So that's 5 fighters. I've got 2 more to go. See, normally 4 ships would land. You'd have 2 there and 2 there, but a 5th one lands because my ship's down there. But if you park your ship on here, you won't ever get more than 4 ships landing at any trade post. Doesn't matter how many ships you see in the sky, only 4 will land. But you basically get 20% more, an extra 1, if you keep your ship off the platform. Just another little tip there if people ship hunt. Subcyphers puts on a scale of 181, you got 180.6 is 0.4 really worth hours of reloads. I wouldn't even look at that. Good question, I don't know. I'm not sure how the multiplier works for that. But I'm in the same boat as you. It doesn't mean enough to me, the maximum hyperdrive range, to bother. Even if it was kind of like lower than 180, I would still not be like worried. It's always nice, right? If you can get the best of the best of the best and the maximum of anything that you're looking for, it's great, yeah. You wouldn't say no to it. But it's one of those things where if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Whereas an S-class vs an A-class, I am prepared to hold out for an S-class. But with those little marginal stats there, I'm definitely not. And to be completely honest with you, it's all well and good and it's all nice having a freighter that does kind of 6,000 plus light year jumps. But at the end of the day, would I ever use it? Like, would I ever have a need to jump 6,000 light years? The answer is no, because firstly, I multi-tool hunt and ship hunt, and you don't need 6,000 light years to jump. You don't need to jump even 1,000 light years if that's what you do, and that's what I do. So I don't need that sort of range for that reason. But secondly, if you're galaxy jumping, you can just spam the first glyph 12 times, and that will take you to within 5,000 light years of the centre. So again, you don't need 6,000 light years to get to the centre of the galaxy either. You can do it. You don't even need 5,000 light years, because in actual fact, it will take you to 5,000 light years away from the core, but you only need to get to within 3,500 light years or 3,000 light years of the core, which is just 1 or 2 jumps. So again, you don't need the 6,000 light years for that. So for me, I'm not fussed about that maximum walk distance at all. It's just one of those things where if you've got it, great, bragging rights and all that, but I have no practical use for it in the game. It doesn't bother me one bit. I'm happy with 2,000 light years. In fact, most of my ships have 1,400 light years because I stick with fighters. And that does me, more than enough. That is absolutely fine for me. Right, last little reload here and then I'm done. But the answer to your question is, what difference does it make? I don't know. I don't know how you would calculate what the maximum potential warp distance could be with like everything at max, like all the upgrades and stuff. I'm not sure how the sort of multiplier works for it. That's like a Zane or Pidge or someone like that. Right, I'm gonna just jump to one more system, and then I'm going to call it a night here, peeps, because I've got the S-Class. So I'll just quickly show you what I've... Oh, that's the other thing that I need. I need some silver. Let me just go back and get some silver. In fact, I'm going to do that on the next stream. No, I'm not. Let's get out of this system. So let's go here. Don't forget to give the old video a thumbs up as well, guys and girls. To say no to these trolls that keep trolling me. Always got at least 1 or 2 thumbs down. So yeah, so what I'm doing is, let me just get my freighter up. So for anyone that was wondering, this is the freighter. It's a beautiful grey and white freighter. Biggest one you can get, both in terms of technical and the aesthetics as well. It's got the 2 under storage pods. They come with 2, 1 or none. And it's got the deepest rear undercarriage as well there. So overall it's huge, like looks wise. But what I've started doing is I've just started building sort of the foundations for the base, because obviously I'm going to build a really nice and detailed base here, and I'll show you what I've done so far. And then we can perhaps do a little bit more of this in the next stream. I need to get some... I've run out of silver, so I just need to get some silver. So I'm keeping it dark grey as opposed to the standard this grey. So where are we? So yeah, so basically what I'm going to do is, this is going to be the lobby area here, and I'm going to build like a nice little sort of welcome area and stuff like that. Then here and here, as well as here and here, are going to be 4 teleporters, because I'm going to take building restrictions off, and then I'm basically going to banjo glitch, because you can obviously only place one of these in each base or near to like one another. So to have 4 you need to glitch. So I'm going to be glitching another one here, and then one there and one there, and obviously building these face panels as well. This is going to be where my fleet command area is going to be. Like, what I didn't want to do was, I still want to keep it quite practical, and because I'm still building up my fleet, and I will be doing that in the next stream, I don't want to have to sort of run up and down the stairs just to send stuff out, so I'm going to keep it right next to the entrance, keep all the fleet command rooms here, and build a nice little sort of war room, if you like. Then I'll go outside actually, so I haven't got enough silver. Right, so what I'm going to do just for now is delete this bit here and go outside so you can see what I'm doing. Right, so basically I'm going to have it, so this is the lobby area, so there's my character, this is the lobby area, then you go up 1 floor and you get to this bit here, Now this bit here is going to have more rooms here, but this line here is like an invisible line that goes all the way across, and you cannot build past this line because they put a restriction around the bridge here. Hi Capera, welcome to the stream. It's just about to finish actually. I'm going to be ending the stream shortly. I'm just sort of showing people what I'm about to do. So yeah, you basically come up one flight of stairs and you'll get to this bit here. This is going to be just a small room, but it's going to have a glass frontage. So I'm going to build windows, or like cuboid glass rooms, if you like, along here. So this square room will be a lounge that basically looks out over the front of the freighter. So I'll get a view of sort of here. You'll get to see this bit here and sort of a 180-degree view. So that's going to be that bit there. From the lobby area here, up and down, that way will go up to that area there, and then if you go left and right, it will take you to my storage area. So that's the storage area there. And this is just going to be a corridor. And then up here is going to be a major room, which goes all the way out here, possibly split into two. And like there's going to be sort of a bar and function room and stuff like that. I'm not going to build a huge freighter base like I normally do, but it's going to be really detailed. So I'm still going to keep all the nice little intricate bits of detail, all the stuff that you might not notice that's there, but it all adds up to making it look quite nice. So once it's like it starts getting done, it will start. You'll start seeing what my plans are for it, and I'm essentially really just winging it as I go along. I've got no actual final design for this. I'm just going to be doing stuff as I go along. So all this stuff already that's here, I thought of on this stream. It wasn't stuff that I've already written down. The only thing that I've wanted to make sure that I do is have a frontage here that has a view looking out into space with windows, and ideally, if I can, one that looks through the spoiler as well would be quite nice. But I'm not going to be building anything outside the freighter, so I'm not going to be building anything that allows you to walk out on top and stuff like that. I think that's just a bit stupid. So yeah, it will look nice when it's done, basically. At the moment, it's just a little bit of a maze, like trying to get anywhere and everywhere. As you can see, there's not anything in the actual freighter yet. It's just corridors. But that will change. Right, so I think I'm going to call it a day there, peeps. Got the freighter. So I'm all S-classed up on the ship, I'm S-classed up on the tool, S-classed up on the freighter. We've now basically just got to increase this, max out the tech, build out this, do some derelict freighter runs, keep doing the missions, build a wicked base on here, and try and find that lush white grass planet in Eissentam that I'm looking for as well. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at, really. So anyway, I'm going to finish the stream there. Thanks everyone for joining. Subcypher, Scottish Sparky, Posimoto, Capira, Night Sparrow. Apologies if I'm butchering any of these names, by the way. Flying Brian, Jadian, anyone that's been lurking, Crash Test, Sparsh, and anyone else that I've missed. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, whatever you're doing. Chill out, relax, get a bit of No Man's Sky in, and I'll see you